same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this the 7 seas.
Good morning, my beautiful babies. Good morning. It's Monday morning, y'all. It is Monday morning. It is June 26th, 2022. Oh my God, time is flying, y'all. This month is already over. We are heading right into July. It will be the 4th of July before we know it. Before we know it, y'all, we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas again. So get ready, get ready. Get ready. This year is almost over. And I wanted to come in this morning and we're going to talk about something very, very, I guess, popular that people talk about all the time, particularly here on YouTube. And that is about haters, okay? People hating on you, people sending you negative energy, people just not doing too damn much, okay? But what it is, what it is. So we came here today to talk about that, and I wanted to talk to you about that. We all have them. We all have people that don't like us. Sometimes it's family members. Sometimes it's frenemies. Sometimes it's coworkers. Sometimes it's church members. Sometimes it's romantic partnerships. It can come in different forms. Okay, um, and I just want to talk today about some of the red flags that we can look out for, and also what to do about people who hate on us. First of all, let your haters be your motivators. Okay, don't even worry about them. Okay, let them be your motivators for starters. Never, ever, 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 ever. Okay, I feel like Chris Tucker from Friday. Don't ever, ever, never, ever come by here again. Okay. Anyway, seriously, like never, ever, ever, ever worry about what people are saying about you, please. And I mean, I emphasize that because I'm saying for real, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people are saying about you. Let me tell you something about life. Everything that you are destined to do, that you are supposed to do, that God has set forth for you to do, cannot be stopped by anyone. It cannot be stopped by anyone. You're going to do it regardless, okay? The only person that can put an end to who you are supposed to be is you yourself. Okay, you are the only person who has the power to do that, and that is by you choosing to do absolutely nothing with your time, life, and energy. But if you get up every day continuing to move about this thing called life, the things that are meant to happen to you are going to happen to you. Doesn't matter how much people like it, don't like it, hate on it, pray against it. None of that shit matters. That's all just a waste of other people's time and a karmic seed that they're sowing for themselves. Every move we make in life is a sowing of a seed. So we're either sowing good seeds or karmic seeds for ourselves. And when you put out bad things against other people's dreams, hopes, and aspirations, those things are just a boomerang effect right back into your own life. So who cares what other people think? You really got to get to that point in your life where you don't care what other people think. I mean, that's when you know you have truly, truly evolved, when the opinions of other people no longer matter to you. Okay? That is a strong, strong person right there. When you can hear negative things about you and continue to persevere. Okay, when you know that people don't like you but smile in your face and all the time trying to take your place. When you see people copying your brand, your ideas, and acting as though they've done nothing. Huh? Let that be a compliment to you. Let that be a compliment to you, because if your works weren't good or if you weren't worthy, who would be copying you? Nobody. So if people are copying you, take that as a compliment. Don't be bothered by other people's actions in any way, because they are just distractions. Okay? Don't be bothered by other people's actions because they are merely distractions, things that are designed to distract you and keep you off the path where you need to go. I don't care what you think, or if God gives you a path to go down, you go down that path and you celebrate that path and you do the best you can, no matter how many people support you, no matter how many people believe that you're supposed to be doing it. It doesn't matter. I used to often say, I used to have this reading that I used to do for you guys where I used to say, man, don't worry about the coworkers. Please your boss. And the boss in this case is God. He gives us a mission and he wants us to finish it. He wants us to get to the finish line. So please him. Don't worry about the people and the naysayers and the people along the sidelines that's jealous and hating on you because God gave the assignment to you and not to them. Don't worry about that because that's always going to be there. That's the one biggest lesson that I had to learn, because when you are a person with big aspirations, big dreams, when you're a bold person who don't mind making bold moves, you intimidate the hell out of the average person. I've had to deal with that many, many times in my life, and it used to really bother me. I used to really let those type of energies get into me and just be depressed because I couldn't figure out why people wouldn't support what I'm doing. I'm just trying to help people. Like, why wouldn't you support me? Or why wouldn't you do this? Or why are people jealous of that? Or why are people hating on that? And I used to worry a lot about that. And God said to me one day, sweetheart, the chatter is not going to stop. Okay, the downplaying of your gifts is not going to stop. The energy zapping is not going to stop. People playing into your insecurities to try to slow you down will not stop. So the question is, what are we going to do about those things? If they're always going to be around, are we always going to let them affect us? Are we always going to let these people slow us down, talk us out of our dreams, talk us out of starting that business, talk us out of leaving toxic situations? Are we going to always be that way? Or are we going to take that leap of faith, be bold, and decide that only you determine who you are and what you're supposed to do next and how you're supposed to do it? You and God decide that. No one else gets to decide that. We allow people to manipulate us, our situations, our mind, and we have to stop and just stop doing that, because no one else's opinions matter. No one else's opinion matters. God gave us missions. He gave us, assignments and things that are supposed to be just for us. And if God gave it to you, how can you listen to what man has to say? If God be for you, who can be against you? How can you overlook God's voice and pay attention to the men down here on earth who don't know their asses from a hole in the ground, much less trying to sit around telling you what directions or what moves you should be making, when these very people have no clue what to do in their own lives? Their own life is a hot ass mess, but they always running and bumping their gums and telling other people what they should be doing in their worlds. Instead of sweeping around their own damn porch, they worried about everybody else's. Don't worry about what your haters, your naysayers have to say. Don't worry about people, y'all, for real, for real. Try to look at people as a mere illusion. Okay? This is how I've learned to deal with people. First of all, say what you want, do what you want, move how you want, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to ridicule you for doing exactly what I plan on doing in my life. I plan on moving how I choose to move, doing what I choose to do without worrying about the approval of anybody outside of my Savior, my King, the person that I worship. Okay? I could care less about anybody else. God is my Savior. He is the person that I worry about. That as long as I am pleasing to Him, I could care less what anybody else has to say, to think. I could care less if anyone chooses to support me. I could care less about any of that. I could care less about any of that. So you got to get to that place in your life where you stop worrying about what other people are going to think, what other people are going to say about the assignments that God gave you. How in the world are we worrying about these people who wouldn't piss on us if we was on fire? Why are we so worried about their opinions of us when God gives us an assignment? God gives you an assignment. God tells you to make a move. God ordains a decision. Then you don't worry for 1 second about how it's going to affect what other people are going to think, what people are going to say. Don't worry for 1 minute about none of that. It's irrelevant. It's a waste of good time and energy. And it's like I said before, how I choose to look at it is just like this. I see people, places, and things in my life as illusions. The only thing that's real is time, space, and energy. And I choose not to worry about these people who are here today in my life and gone tomorrow. As you notice, people aren't permanent fixtures in our lives. They are not guaranteed to be around forever. So we are running around here trying to make people happy who are planning an exit right up out of our lives. You could be perfectly fine with one person today and they turn around tomorrow and you never hear from them again. But you've spent time and energy trying to make them happy. You spent time and energy pleasing them. You spent time and energy not living in your own truth. Not living in your own truth to the point where you are fooling yourself. You think that you are fooling other people, but you're fooling no one. You're fooling no one. So at the end of the day, y'all, it's time for us to man up and stop worrying about other people. Stop worrying about what they think, how it's going to affect them, what they going to say. Who cares? Who cares? Because I guarantee you one thing, you can do everything you think a person needs from you and they're still going to judge you. They're still going to ridicule you. They're still going to talk about you. There is nothing you can do to stop that. The only thing that you should be doing is worrying about how to forget it, how not to worry about it, how not to let it phase you, how to let it wash right off your back like oil and water, where you don't even care. Why are we worried about people who don't contribute to our livelihoods? These people don't pay one bill that we have, but yet we worried about what they think and what they say. Why? These people don't control our money, our destinies, or anything else. But why are we worrying about how they feel about us and what we do in our decisions? Why do we care? Why do we care? The only time we care is if they bring up things that remind us of insecurities that we have. They remind us of the insecurities that we have. So if you have an insecurity and someone points that out, that's going to trigger you because now you're going to feel like, yep, she's right. I am fat. Yep, they're right. I do need to stop drinking. Yep, they're right. I do need to do this. I do need to do that. That's when the truth is what triggers us. Fiction makes us laugh. Fiction makes us laugh. Things that we don't resonate with, things that we don't find truth in, we laugh at those things. We push those things aside. We pay them no mind. But we get upset when we hear things that resonate, things that make us, that remind us of insecurities or inadequacies that we have, the things we haven't chosen to own up to. We're choosing not to own up to these things. So when someone comes and starts talking about us, oh, this person needs to do blah blah blah. If you agree, that's going to trigger you, and you're gonna want to react to this person probably in a very defensive manner because they've triggered you. They've brought up a subject that reminds you of an insecurity or an inadequacy that you have. And the bottom line is stop being insecure and inadequate about any damn thing. Accept who you are and where you are right now. And stop putting any judgment on yourself. We are more hard on ourselves than anybody can be. Because the moment life ain't where we think it should be, we start beating up on ourselves for thinking, oh, we made poor decisions. We did this, we did that. And yes, we may have, but we're going to, for the rest of our lives, we're going to be sinners. We're going to be people who make mistakes. But don't beat yourself up over that and think that you have to be sentenced to a life sentence because you made a mistake. Learn from the mistake and move forward so that you, next time you present it with that situation, you don't make the same mistake twice. But don't stay in the energy of, oh, I made a mistake and I'm mad at myself. I gotta beat myself up. I gotta tear myself down. I gotta make my self-esteem even lower now. That's where you don't want to be. You want to be in a place where you uplifting yourself. There's enough going on in this world, in and around us, that we don't need to tear ourselves down. We don't need to break our own hearts. And oftentimes, we do just that. We do just that. But today's message is celebrate your haters. Celebrate them. Who cares what they got to say? Just know that when they are talking about you, it is because there's something about you that intimidates them. Otherwise, why would they waste their time and energy talking about you? Why? The only time people do that is when there's something about you that doesn't make them feel quite warm and cozy about themselves. You are intimidating because you may be reminding them of the the inadequacies in their personalities, in their drive, in their motivation. You are somehow triggering them in some kind of way, which is why they must find a reason to therefore turn around and tarnish your name, tear you down, send you negative energy, pray against your dreams and your aspirations. But none of that matters. Those people are just mere figments of your imagination. They are not to be taken serious. They are not to be shown any concern whatsoever. They can kick rocks with no socks because that's just how irrelevant they are. And I just wanted to come to you guys this morning to tell you, stop caring about people. Stop walking around feeling insecure about who you are. Get strong in your convictions and start fixing the things about you that don't make you feel so good. But accept and embrace your shortcomings and stop hiding behind them. And stop being triggered by people pointing them out. When someone triggers you by pointing out something about you, rather than being constantly triggered, fix it. Fix that side of yourself so you no longer have that as a problem and as an inadequacy in your life that's causing you problems. If a word can be so powerful, or a sentence, a gathering of words can be so powerful that it sends you into depression, into pain, into fear, then that is certainly a sign that that is an area of your life that you need to take a look at. If it hurts your feelings that someone calls you fat and you know you weigh 300 pounds and you shouldn't, then maybe it's time for you to seriously stop making excuses about losing weight and protecting your heart and finally do something about it. If everybody in your circle keeps saying to you, you get drunk and act a damn fool and they have to take you home and call you Ubers and this, that, and the third, maybe you need to stop and say it's time for me to stop drinking. And then not only will you stop that type of gossip, but you'll also stop being triggered and you'll stop pouring liquor down your body and ruining your liver. So it's just so many ways, y'all, that we can look at this. But at the end of the day, get healthy. Evolve to a place where you are so strong in your conviction that other people's opinions of you mean absolutely nothing. I speak for myself. I am who I am. And I speak for me. I determine who I am. I could care less about what the thoughts, the things that other people have formed against me. I could care less. And that's where all of you want to be. You want to be at that point in your life where you just don't care. You just don't care anymore. It doesn't matter. Because if you just stop and say, these people don't even really exist in my world. This is my world, and I get to determine who gets to come and stay. I get to determine that. So if you're around people who you have to feel like are constantly gossiping about you, perhaps you need to take a look at your circle because something ain't right. When the people who call themselves your friends are gossiping behind your back and making you feel insecure, those are not friends. Those are called frenemies. And you need to get rid of frenemies because they are energy zappers and they have no place in your life. They have no place in your life. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who make you feel good, who remind you of the good things about you, who help you to obtain the goals that you need to get to help you lose weight, to help you stop drinking. Get around those type of people, the people who want to see you prosper, the people who want to see you grow, not those that's constantly feeding you because they want to keep putting more weight on you because they know if they can keep you fat, they can keep you down. Not the ones that's come inviting you to the bars when you keep telling them that you're trying to stop drinking. But they want to keep you drunk because as long as you're drunk, you're not focused on who you're supposed to be and your power will never be recognized. You don't want to be around the friends that keep offering you crack and cocaine when you keep trying to tell everybody you're trying to quit. You have to learn how to do things the right way in order to start reprogramming your own mind so that it's functional and doesn't operate on the thoughts and the opinions of other people. Now, this is your Tease Coach. We come here Monday through Friday to transform, elevate, and self evaluate the pain away. And we do that one heartbeat and one person at a time. I truly love and appreciate y'all. This is going to be a very challenging week for me, but we're going to get through this because, as you guys know, I have got a lot of things going on in my life. I'm physically moving this week, so it's going smooth though. I'm excited. I'm happy about just all types of new beginnings in my life. I'm turning over a whole new leaf in my life, and I'm excited about it. I appreciate you guys being here and on board with me through all the trials and the tribulations. I love you. Mwah. As you know, there's nothing you can do about it until tomorrow morning, guys. I'll see you right back here. And then, like I said, this after this week, again, bear with me because I am physically moving this week. After this week, we will have our schedule as to when we'll start going live again because I am going to start doing lives with you guys. It was requested by many of you, so we are going to start going back to doing a couple of live sessions. So look forward to that. I look forward to going live with you guys again. Miss and love you all. Again, thank you for coming back every morning. I appreciate you spending your mornings with me because here we put a little something in your tea to sweeten it up and a little something in your coffee to lighten it up. All right? All right, babies. Until tomorrow, I love you. Bye-bye.